From strict dress codes to new systems designed to shame rule-breaking passengers, today's video dives into the bans, crackdowns, and changes you need to know about before your next flight. Airlines have officially had enough of passengers treating the cabin like their living room. Both American Airlines and United Airlines now enforce stricter footwear rules. Their contracts state clearly, bare feet are banned. At first glance, this might sound like it's all about keeping fellow passengers comfortable, and let's be honest, no one enjoys sitting next to someone with bare feet. But the bigger reason is health and safety. Planes only get a light cleaning between flights. That means sticky soda residue, food crumbs, and yes, even traces of bodily fluids linger on those carpets and bathroom floors. Walking barefoot puts you at risk for infections like foot fungus, not to mention stepping in things you really don't want to think about. Add to that the danger of sharp debris, spilled hot drinks, or the need to evacuate quickly, and it makes sense why airlines are cracking down. You can wear socks, but flight attendants strongly advise against it. Socks won't protect you from anything lurking on those floors. Would you support this ban, or do you think it's going too far? Emotional support animals no longer fly free. Remember when emotional support animals ranged from dogs, to peacocks, to miniature horses? Well, those days are over. Under new TSA and federal rules, only trained service dogs are recognized for in-cabin travel without fees. Emotional support animals are no longer exempt. Instead, they must fly as pets, inside an airline-approved carrier, and with an additional fee. The reason is simple: too many cases of chaos caused by untrained animals barking, biting, or worse. One viral example involved a man trying to bring his Great Dane on board as an emotional support pet. One passenger summed it up perfectly. Emotional support for one person, emotional distress for hundreds. And it's not just dogs and cats. TSA once found a 4-foot boa constrictor nicknamed Bartholomew hidden in someone's carry-on. Thankfully, security caught it before takeoff. As flight attendants put it, the days of Noah's Ark in the skies are finally coming to an end. The gate lice crackdown. Here's one that might sting if you're guilty of it. Airlines are targeting the dreaded gate lice. That's the term for passengers who crowd the gate area before their group is called, trying to sneak onto the plane early. American Airlines is rolling out new software at boarding gates across the U.S. If you scan your ticket too early, the system triggers an alarm and blocks you from boarding. Everyone in the gate area will know exactly what you tried to do. It's public embarrassment by design. Expired licenses are no longer accepted. This next change could ruin your travel day if you aren't prepared. As of May 7, 2025, flying domestically in the U.S. requires a valid, non-expired, real ID compliant driver's license. Look for a small star in the corner of your license. If it's missing, your license won't qualify, even if it's still valid. To upgrade, you'll need to visit your state's DMV with proof of identity, your social security number, and documents showing your address. Show up at the airport without a real ID or another approved form like a passport, and you won't be flying. TSA is strict about this, so double-check your wallet before your next trip. Automatic refunds for delays and cancellations. Here's some good news for passengers. Thanks to a new U.S. Department of Transportation rule, airlines are no longer allowed to make you jump through hoops for a refund. If your flight is canceled or significantly delayed, refunds must be issued automatically and directly to your original payment method. For credit cards, that means within 7 business days. For cash or check, it's 20 days. And it's not just tickets. Fees for seat upgrades, checked baggage, or other services you didn't receive must also be refunded. No more vouchers unless you specifically agree to them. It's a huge win for travelers who, in the past, had to battle customer service just to get their money back. What's next on the chopping block? Beyond the current bans, there are 3 major areas airlines are eyeing for future restrictions. Single-use plastics. Some carriers, like Southwest, already replace stir sticks and cups with bamboo and wooden alternatives, cutting millions of pounds of waste each year. Expect more airlines to follow. Nut products. Allergies are a serious issue. Delta allows passengers to request a nut-free zone, and some airlines have already eliminated peanuts entirely in favor of pretzels or other safe snacks. Alcohol restrictions. With unruly passenger behavior on the rise, airlines are considering tighter limits. United already caps purchases at 2 drinks at a time, while Ryanair's CEO has floated the idea of a 2-drink max per flight. And remember, it's always illegal to drink your own alcohol on board. That's an FAA rule with no exceptions. Final thoughts. Air travel keeps changing, and not always in ways passengers love. But many of these rules, whether it's banning bare feet, tightening service animal policies, or enforcing real ID, are meant to make flying safer, smoother, and less chaotic. So before your next trip, check your ID, keep your shoes on, leave the boa constrictor at home, and maybe hold off on that third gin and tonic.